Tesla just announced a 5-for-1 stock split. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Trey, getting in touch with you from Japan. I'm a longtime Tesla holder. I wanted to cover the news a little bit. I wanted to share a little bit about my thoughts about what might be happening in the future. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to share a little bit about my own holdings and my own cost basis and what I have to look forward to as a Tesla stockholder. After close of the stock market yesterday, which is this morning here in Japan, Tesla announced a 5-to-1 stock split, which basically means if you have one stock of Tesla on August 28th, you will now have 5 stocks. So you get 4 kind of extra. As I mentioned in the last video about Apple's stock split, doesn't actually mean you're getting free anything. Your percentage holding of Tesla won't change. It's just the price of the stock changes. So if you hold the stock on August 21st, by the end of the day, then on the 28th, you'll get to take part in this stock split. When this news broke, it immediately sent Tesla's stock price up 7%, which is not erratic for Tesla. Tesla's known for going up and down 10, 20, 30% in a day. And I wouldn't be surprised if the stock price continues to jump up and down over the coming days. In one of my earlier videos, I mentioned that I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla comes up with a stock split coming up soon. The reason for that is because the stock price has grown so quickly and confidence in the company is like multiplying parabolically right now. They're proving that they're growing. They're proving that they're profitable. They just finished their 4th consecutive profitable quarter, thus allowing them to get onto the S&P 500 index. And right after that, they announced that they'll be opening up their Texas plant as well. So they have Germany, California, Texas, and Shanghai as well. They're cranking up their production. They're still coming out with new models. And don't forget that Tesla is also in the solar business, in the battery business. They're pioneering kind of autonomous driving. They could put taxis out of business in the coming years. They're also coming out with the Tesla Semi, which could basically overtake the $1 billion, even just in North America, $1 billion shipping and transport industry as well. So there's a lot to be excited for as a Tesla stockholder. Because the price has gone up so high, it just left it inaccessible to so many people, including their own employees. So currently the price is around $14.75. After the stock split, assuming the price stays the same, it's gonna go down to about $2.95, which makes it way easier to get your hands on. Interestingly enough, Apple and Tesla have both been Robinhood investors' sweetheart stocks for the last month, according to this Yahoo article I'm going to put up here. And that also is a big indicator to companies like Apple and Tesla, like, hey, there are a lot of young, new, inexperienced investors who may not have $1,500 to buy a stock who want to buy our stock. And I know Robinhood offers fractional shares, but there are still a lot of brokerages who don't offer fractional shares or still charge you a transaction fee, unlike Robinhood. So just like I said in the Apple video the other day, with this stock split, intrinsically, the value you hold as a stockholder is not changing. But because it makes the stock so much more accessible to so many new people, I really would be surprised kind of in the coming months if the stock price doesn't keep going up over that $2.95 number. So I think if you already own Tesla, this is big news to rejoice on. I think if you don't own Tesla and you've been considering it, it might even be worth it. But with one caveat, if you're gonna be investing in Tesla, you need to be willing to stomach the ups and downs, and you really need to understand the long-term vision of it. If you're in it for 5-10 years, I'm pretty certain you're gonna be golden in 5 or 10 years. I've been investing in Tesla since it was in the hundreds. Personally, my cost basis on Tesla currently sits at around $267, but I've sold off a bunch of it. I often mention on this channel dollar cost averaging into a stock, which means I was buying when it was 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, and I'm always just kind of buying a little bit. And I also mentioned one of my favorite things to do is dollar costing out. So I had a bunch of shares, it went up to 1,000. I'm like, wow, these are new highs. Sell one. Went up to 1,100. Whoa, nice. Sell another one. Went up to 1,300, 1,500, 1,700. And I even sold a few at like 1,750 right at the peak. So being able to sell those has covered my costs on all of these stocks, plus a bunch of profit. So I have 20 shares right now, which will become 100 shares. In another video coming up, I also want to talk about covered calls. That's kind of a whole other strategy. But if you have 100 of a stock, you can do this thing called covered calls, which is a pretty nice way to make a few extra bucks each month. So that's something I have to look forward to as a Tesla stockholder. I don't think I'm gonna rush out and buy a bunch more right now because in my mind, I have these kind of like free stocks that have already been paid for because I've just been watching it since the beginning. but I'm excited to see how they grow and multiply over the years. Many analysts, many different investors, you know, when you break down the sales growth, the sales numbers, you break down the number of factories that are coming up, and then you also factor in all the other solar stuff, battery stuff, different technologies, autonomous driving and things like that. A lot of people are saying before the stock split, it's kind of wouldn't be surprising if it was $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 per stock, per individual stock, you know, before the stock split. And so, you know, if we split and then we keep going up kind of 2, 3, 4x, could be $1,000 or $2,000 again in 5 or 10 years. So that's something to be excited about if you're a Tesla investor. I'm really interested to hear what kind of action you're gonna take on this news. Are you gonna jump in and try and get more before the split? Do you think it's just gonna keep going down? Another opinion I've heard, and this applied to the stock market today as well, is that there's gonna be this kind of cyclical shift out of techs, including Apple, Microsoft, a lot of chip makers and things like that. And we've seen a bunch of these stocks kind of go down 1 or 2% in the last couple of days. Some people are saying that's probably going to apply to Tesla, so it's not going to be $1,400 for long. What do you think about that? I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Hope this video was helpful food for thought for you. Looking forward to getting to know you more in the comments section. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.